Well, well, well. Welcome back, my darling Diamonds in the Rough. I am your favorite talking stone, and today we are back with some more Costcodal? I really love the Costcodal, I do have to say. It's such a sweet and easy way to end and I guess now start streams. But no, we are here with some katakana and hiragana practice. But a little puzzle here and there isn't going to hurt us. So, indulge me. Just indulge me. I like this. I love the Costco. And I have to guess the price of 9 pounds of pomegranates. That's a lot of fruit. This might be a difficult one. It's because it's specifically 9 pounds. And I don't eat pomegranates. And I don't buy fruit in bulk. I know probably like maybe a pound of carrots is maybe $1 or $2 at the grocery store, but pomegranates are not carrots. Pomegranates are not carrots. Carrots are roots. Pomegranates are fruit. I'm not sure what kind of fruit, but fruit. So what could they be? Pomegranates. 9 pounds of pomegranates. That's a lot of pounds. That's, I don't know, like 9 pounds is like a newborn child. So a newborn child equivalent of pomegranates. That seems expensive. If we go for... Well, how much of pomegranate can you eat? You really eat just the seeds inside. So it's a big husk. A big husk. Let's say... we go $1.50 at the pound, round down. Let's say $13.99. $13.99. That's a good guess, right? Okay. Let's say $2 a pound. $17.99. Really? $18.50. I forgot the decimal point. I forgot the decimal point. 18.50. $18.99? It has to be $18.99. Wow. I really undersold it. I really did undersell it. Pomegranates. Kind of expensive. I just don't eat them. I just don't eat pomegranates. Wow. But that was fun. You know what? I had to do a sound check. I forgot to do a sound check. Give me a sound check second. Sound check, sound check. Okay, a little behind, but, you know, sound is checked. Could be a little louder, honestly. So, actually, yeah, we boosted up a little bit. Now we can go over to some more katakana hiragana. You know, I was so jazzed when we got the Costco on Sunday. First try. But the price of pomegranates is less predictable than the price of... But what was the price? I forget. But we got it. That's all I remember. But now we can jump. Wrong button to click. Now we can jump right on in. And we can begin. And I always feel rusty to start this off, but it goes over. Hover over. We don't care. This is bia. This is shu. Okay. Now we can make pace, make haste, and do the last stream of the year. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. The last stream of the year, and let's hope it's a good one. I did forget it was Tuesday. The past few days, my sense of time has been warped. Every day has felt like Saturday. Actually, every day has felt like Sunday. Not like Saturday. Every day has felt like Sunday, and 12 o'clock has not felt like 12 o'clock. It's felt like 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock's felt like 12 o'clock. Time is warped. It's what I'm trying to say, and I cannot be a fan of it. I'm not chuffed. I am not chuffed. It is scary. It's very confusing. Confusing is the word I'd use, yes. But I recalled 2 hours ago, quickly made a stream room, a thumbnail, and everything is honky-dory. And I don't know, why do I think... I just came up with the title. Do you think the color green is tasty? Personally, I think so. I think so. I don't know why I came up with it as a title. I don't normally consider or ponder the tastiness of colors. That being said, I did eat a lot of Starburst, and I was surprised that, yeah, I've been eating a lot of Starburst recently. Last week, specifically, I ate a lot of Starburst. And two things came to mind. The first, wow, there is a lot of sugar in Starburst. There is a lot of sugar in Starburst. They are so sweet. As a kid, I'd eat a lot of them. As an adult, I still want to eat a lot of them, but I can't. It's so overpoweringly sweet. There is so much sugar in that. I don't know how I ate that as a kid. The second thing is, their flavors aren't red, orange, yellow, pink. They're cherry, whatever orange is, lemon, cherry, not cherry, strawberry. I don't know why strawberry is pink, but I guess I do know why. Strawberry is mainly red, but I guess it can be considered pink. But I didn't realize, for the majority of my life, that Starburst flavors are not just colors. Next thing you're going to tell me is that Skittles have flavors instead of just names, like red, green. What actually I think they do. Do Skittles also have that? Why did I think they were just colors? I mean, we always called them just colors as a kid. Like, you have the green the green M&Ms. Those aren't a flavor. They just taste like M&Ms. The color of the M&Ms does not matter. But Skittles, apparently they're all fruit-based, I believe. Yeah, I think I saw the purple was grape. Does not taste like grape. It tastes like purple. The green was, I think, lime. Again, tasted like green, not lime. Tasty, but not lime. I guess maybe it's the citric acid inside of them. Maybe it is the citric acid. I don't know. But it's tasty nonetheless. It is tasty nonetheless. Oh, I need some water. It's a dehydrating day. I remember Monday I did not drink water, and that was a bit of an issue for reasons I will not elaborate on. Bit of an issue. Luckily, mild elaboration. Doctor's appointment. I forgot I was supposed to drink copious amounts of water. Also, my appointment was very delayed. But outside of that, pretty good. Pretty good appointment. But there was definitely complications by the fact that I forgot to drink copious amounts of water. Definitely not the best decision I made. But it was still fun. It was still good. Still fun and good. But yeah, I love water. I love my water. But that's besides... What am I talking about? Color green. It is yummy. I think I can decide that. When I was in grade school, I remember on some days when, let's say, you finish a test or assignment early, or maybe it's just a reading day, and you don't have a book, you could go to the teacher's bookshelf in the back and pick off something and read it. And apparently a lot of other people too, had this same experience, loved reading Animorphs. Never read them in order, don't know the exact overarching plotline, but Animorphs, the story about several kids, I think it's 6 of them, maybe 8, 6 or 8 of them, and they basically get gifted alien powers by this alien centaur with an axe tail. I don't know how to describe him, who also joins their team, by the way. Well, I forget if he gives them the powers, whatever. But basically, an animal that I believe they touch, they are able to transform into. And there's some complications about that, but they're able to transform into any animal that they touch. And using their new powers of basically becoming any animal they want, they have to defeat the alien invasion by the Yeerks, which are these parasitic brain slugs that want to take over the planet Earth and are the big enemies of the Blue Centaur Axe-tail people. Big enemies. And all these wacky hijinks ensue. And by that I mean not really any wacky hijinks. It's a great young adult book. I do have to say, I really loved it as when I was in school. Never read the books in order because whenever classroom I went into, it was only one or two books they had. Maybe 14, maybe issue 38. One of those, never in order. So I just kind of read what I could. And oh my, I had an absolute blast with it. I had an absolute blast with Animorphs. I remember there was a choose your own adventure story where basically you can make the decisions in the Animorphs place. I believe there's this tournament arc where basically your character, plus two of the other Animorphs main characters joined on a team and had to compete in like a sort of tournament against three other people. Three other rival enemy people. And your decisions in the book dictated where you go. For instance, you could make the decision of having a shark on your roster of the three animals you can transform into, or maybe you wanted a falcon. And based on that, you'd go to either page 42 or 68, something along those lines. And from there, you can make a story. I don't think I ever completed it, though. I think I made too many wrong decisions. I think it was one of those things where you have to make right decisions. You have to make right decisions. That also reminds me of the Batman comic. The Batman comic, which is a choose your own adventure with the Riddler. And basically, no matter what path you go down, you always, as Batman, end up losing to the Riddler. However, there is a way you can catch him. If you go to the pages that the Riddler never tells you to go to, basically break the rules of the choose your own adventure. Instead of following the pages, go to whatever you want. There is a continuous story about how Batman catches the Riddler. He doesn't play into the Riddler's games. And oh my, that was such a brilliant thing, I think. That is such a brilliant idea. Because there's a rules set by the Riddler for the choose your own adventure, but just breaking them, going to whatever page you desire, that allows you to complete the story. Oh my. That is just genius. That is just genius. I really am gushing a bit over it. It's such an intelligent storytelling, especially with the Riddler, who is a very puzzling villain. Very puzzle enthusiast. I'm a puzzle enthusiast. I'm pretty jazzed by it. I am just pretty jazzed by it. But back to the Animorphs. The reason why I brought them up is because I remember in a chapter, two of the main characters were, I forget their names, two of the male main characters were talking about a flashback in which they were discussing the taste of colors. I believe they were discussing the taste of colors. Like, this tastes green, this tastes red. And they had time trying to decipher it, to make like a scientific table of it, almost. Not a scientific table, but a list of what color represents what taste. Like, what tastes green? Is it nature? Maybe. Or is it something like slimy and gunkish? Who knows? Who knows? But oh my, it chuffs me. It chuffs me so much. It's such a great series, Animorphs. I loved it as a child. I really did. I read as many books as I could. I mean, I could always just buy the books and read them. I could. Speaking of books and reading, Magic Treehouse series. I forget why did it come to mind? I forget why they came to mind, but that was also pretty formative in my years. Mainly in middle school, there was a lot of Magic Treehouse books. But in addition to that, I also had a library with Magic Treehouse books. And if you don't know Magic Treehouse, these two siblings, I forget their names, one day discover a Magic Treehouse that can only be seen, if I recall, if you value reading, which is what the boy does, and have a vivid imagination, which is what the girl is. And in that treehouse, there are books, stories. And when they open these stories, they are transported to the world of these stories. And they become a part of them, essentially. And I believe they have to figure out how to get back home. So it's basically an isekai. Now that I say that aloud. Oh, wow, yeah. It is. Huh. I guess I liked that kind of story when I was younger, too. But anyway, each book is a different story that they go into and have to get it out of. And oh my, it was so wonderful. But that one, I read a lot more. I believe there's about 50 of the Magic Tree House books. I didn't read all of them, but I read a lot of them. I would say I read probably half of them. I definitely read the first 4. I definitely read like 44, 43, something like that. And I read a lot in between. I read a lot in between. Such good memories. Such good memories. You know what? Let's get to 30 and take a break. That's an idea. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. 30. All right. I want to do another puzzle. So, let's go over here. Let's pull up the dolls. Let's see what they recommend. Blah, blah, blah. Omniword? Did we try out this one already? Omniword. Arranging letter tiles that are locked. Okay, we tried that, I believe. Pixie? No, we tried that already. Tally game. Oh, we did those already. Let's pick a different one then. Let's pick a random one. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? Cartoon guesser. Why not? Alright. And now let's hop back over. Cartoon guesser. I did hit daily mode. Oh, we are in daily mode. New character every day. Let's get Aang from Avatar. Let's hope I spelled Aang's name right. I believe I did. Lovely. Guess. Okay, this is very slow, but it's fine. I do have a lot of tabs up. Oh, it took 2 guesses. Lovely. That's fun. Alright, so it's a male character, and not airing show, before 2005. Not Nickelodeon. I was going to guess Hey Arnold. So it's not Nickelodeon. It's pretty early on. This might be before my time. Actually, Robin. I was going to say Jake Long from American Dragon, but we can go Robin. Yeah, let's go Robin from Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans. Before 2003, oh my. So it's not Nickelodeon, it's not Cartoon Network, not DC Universe. So maybe it's a side character too, not a main character. And it's from before 2003. Why did it double guess? I don't know why. But it only counted as one, so that's okay. That's okay. Let's see, a male character. Let's try an early 90s, I was thinking, again, Hey Arnold. Disney didn't really do a lot of animation, did they? I know Disney XD was the thing. Did they do animation? Now I'm confused. Oh! You know what? A side character from a show before 2003? Why not Cleveland Brown from Family Guy? Cleveland Brown from Family Guy. That's, what, 1995? Okay, we got side character. Before 1999? I thought it was 1995, to be honest. I don't know why. Not Fox, not Adult Swim, not TBS. Oh my. We are going back in time for this. What are some old school cartoons? Like, really older cartoons. 1999? Well, I was going to say SpongeBob, but SpongeBob, again, is 1999. That's when SpongeBob started. I was going to go maybe, Plankton, but no. And that would be Nickelodeon anyway, which we can't do because Aang. Huh. At least we got side character down. Let's see. It's a really, really older show. 90s cartoons? Okay, I'm thinking Rugrats. I'm thinking Tommy Pickles, but Tommy Pickles is the main character, not a side character. So, what about his dad's name? Pickles? Mr. Pickles? No, that's a different, that's a duh. Tommy, is it Tommy or Phil? We can go, and no, we can't go Angelica, but Lil or Phil? I'm thinking we go Phil. Phil is a side character. Okay, before 1991, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Not airing. Oh, I forgot Family Guy is airing. And SpongeBob's also airing, so that would have been a terrible guess. So it's between 1991 and 1990. Really? Rugrats came out in 1991? Huh. And of course, I picked a Nickelodeon show. The Simpsons has been running for roughly 30 years. Simpsons, I don't think is on Fox, Adult Swim, or TBS. So we can go what's his name? Apu? Apu from The Simpsons. Yeah, I'm not going to pronounce your last name. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to butcher it. We'll just guess Apu. That should be reasonably around the same year. Simpsons is older. Okay. Good to know. And Simpsons aired on Fox. So that was and Simpsons is currently airing. Oh my. I was going to say Rocket Power, the continuation to Rugrats, but first of all, that's the same network. Second of all, the characters are the same as Rugrats for the most part. Hey Arnold, again, is again Nickelodeon. I'm trying to think, maybe children's cartoons or adults cartoons? I'm going to need a hint. Nick Jr. CBS and PBS, side character, airing, no, male. Interesting. Arthur. Bugs. I think what's his name? Arthur's friend's name. The bunny guy. It's not Bugs Bunny. Oh my, why am I forgetting his name? But from Arthur is the first thing that comes to mind. Arthur is probably started in the mid-1990s. DW is his sister. Arthur's a main character. His friends, I forget his friends' names. But this is grinding my gears because I watched Arthur a lot as a Caillou. We can go Caillou. I forget Caillou's parents' names. Oh my. So it's not Caillou. Is Caillou still airing? That's a good question. Thomas the Tank Engine might still be airing, but we can go Percy from Thomas the Tank Engine. Now I realize that's gonna... Is this Percy from Thomas the Tank Engine? It looks like it is. Let's try it out. 1984. Really? Huh. Well, I'll be. I thought that was more recent because it has like 3D animation. And also, it is still airing as well. Bob the Builder is still airing. Handy Mandy. If only I could remember anyone else's name. Bob the Builder, I cannot. And Handy Manny, they're tools. There are tools. Like, is a ruler... It's measuring tape? No. Meat wad? No. Measuring tape? Hammer! Hammer! We can go Hammer! Come on, no Hammer? Or is his name not Hammer or something? King of the Hill? No. First of all, it's Nick Jr. Second of all, I don't want to get spoiled. Nick Jr. It's not Harvey Beaks. Harvey Beaks is 2010s. And also, Harvey Beaks was on Nickelodeon as well. Not just Nick Jr. I know, because I watched it. But Nick Jr. Not Camp Coral. Again, super recent, and also... Oh man, I really think it might be like Arthur or something. Let's go Arthur. I know it can't be him because he's the main character. Arthur Reed. We'll guess. Arthur Reed? Can you please just tell us the show? Alright. Close. Before Arthur. Really? PBS. Oh, Arthur never. Really? Arthur was never on Nick Jr.? Interesting. So, wrong show. Wrong character. Is it going to be like Bob the Builder? Bob the Builder? Let's see. I just want the show. Bob the Builder, really? 1998? I thought it was older. The claymation makes it look a bit older. You know what? Handy Manny? Is Handy Manny too recent? Handy Manny? Wait, let me try. No. Is his name not Handy? Is it just Manny something? I don't know. Okay, I don't think he's on here, actually, now that I say that out loud. What am I missing? I'm missing a lot of things. The Bernstein Bears. Bernstein. And Franklin the Turtle. I'm gonna try you. Okay, it's not Bernstein Bears. So let's try Franklin. Franklin Turtle. Okay. Maybe we can at least get the show. At least we got Nick Jr. Okay, and a better year, 1996 is what we're looking at, most likely. Oh, no, we're going backwards. 1995 is what we're looking at, most likely. Oh my, this is difficult. Franklin the Turtle? Okay. At least we got Nick Jr., but... Dragon Tales. Any chance they're just called Dragon? Dragon Tales, we're gonna find some Dragon Tales. I don't know. You know what? We need... Maybe another hint will give it to us. If we can get the show, that'll be great. Actually, it might not be great because I can't remember any characters. Nick Jr., CBS, PBS. Not PBS Kids, surprisingly. So Nick Jr., CBS, and PBS. Maybe the Kraft Brothers? I loved Zubamafu as a kid, but I think the Kraft Brothers are also not showing up. But I love Zubamafu as a kid. I believe the Kraft Brothers was succession to it, but I love Zubamafu. Unfortunately, that isn't animated. Also, I don't know anyone's name. But I do remember the scene where the lemur was a freak. I think he was freaked out about this giant yellow monster that ate children. It was like, oh, it's a school bus. And they went to school, and it was very fun. Very fun show. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Probably my favorite show of all time. But that's besides the point, because the point is we don't know what we're getting into. You don't know. Max and Ruby. We'll go Max from Max and Ruby. Max Bunny. Not Grandpa Max. Okay. Okay. This is something. Is this the line? No, it's not. That was 2002, really? Oh, we were going to give up. I thought we got a hint. We didn't. Max Bunny. Nick Jr. Treehouse TV. Oh, and it's not Sprout also. I used to watch Sprout as a kid a lot. Oh, my. Do we give up? Oh, and he is a main character, I suppose. Ruby really steals the show. But I guess Caillou. You know, we're Caillou. Caillou. Caillou's dad, that's his name? We'll try it. Darn. Darn. It's not Caillou's dad. Which is a very funny name, I do have to say. Very funny. But we're getting close. We just need a slightly older show. Wonder Pets. The turtle from Wonder Pets. Let's try Turtle. Not Frankly Turtle. Maybe just Wonder Pets? I don't remember their name. I don't remember their names. Oh no. So maybe we'll put a pin in the Wonder Pets and circle back to that. This is a big wave of nostalgia. Bill? Little Bill? Like Bill from Little Bill from Bill? Wait, what? Little Bill. Little Bill's dad. Dang it. No hint is crazy. Little Bill's dad. Noggin. I remember Noggin. That was fun. Nickelodeon, huh? 1999. Clifford. Clifford. I don't remember any other dog's name, any other character's name, but Clifford the Big Red Dog. 2000. The Big Red Dog. There was also like Clifford the Little Red Dog when he was a little dog in the city. And he had a lot of dog friends. I remember the Hanukkah episode where one of his, I think, friends who was a cat, this man had 2 cats, and they celebrated Hanukkah, and the male kitten opened his presents and then wrapped them back up and then received them for Hanukkah, and then he felt bad and guilty about it, and he confessed, and oh my, it was a fun little episode. But wow, I really am at a loss. I don't know what I'm doing. Was there something else about trains that I'm missing? Maybe Paw Patrol? Like Chase from Paw Patrol, which is definitely also not even... Is his name not Chase? I don't know. Maybe Looney Tunes Kids? Taz, the Tasmanian Devil? Let's just do Bugs. Bugs Bunny. Why not? It's the best thing we got. Come on, Bugs. Roll the dice. Wow. Womp, 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 wompsy. 1930. Fair enough. You know, I kind of forgot it came out in 1930. Give up. Who was it? Cat? Little Bear. That's... I'm frustrated. Cat? Just a cat named Cat? From Little Bear? What is Little Bear? Let me look that up. I'm frustrated. Little Bear show. Oh my. I'm frustrated. It's a cat. Named Cat. Oh, I did watch this. I don't remember it at all, but I did watch this. Okay. Can I show this without... you know, we'll click on the wiki. But I see Cat in Season 1, Episode 10, A Flu, Exploring, Wishing with Father Bear. Little Bear has the flu. The gang go exploring to the other side of the forest, and Little Bear and Father Bear spend the day fishing together. Is Little Bear a good show for babies? Kids say the show is sweet and calming, making perfect for younger viewers. That was me. I watched Little Bear, I think. It looks familiar. Alright, we're on the wiki. Let's go. Bada bing, bada boom. This is Little Bear. It's, Sorry, Wikipedia. I can't donate right now. Yo, this might be too bright. Let's switch it to dark mode. There we go. That's a little better. Sorry about that. Maurice Sendak's Little Bear. Canadian children's animated television series. Production in 1994, huh? A direct-to-video feature film. Oh, I didn't try Curious George or The Man with the Yellow Hat. I should have tried that. Granted, it was wrong, but I remember Curious George. I had the Curious George movie. I watched the heck out of the live-action Curious George movie. Still be dancing, dancing up. Upside Down. That was the name of the song. I love that song. I still love that song. It's such a great song. Upside Down. Spinning round and round. Upside Down. Oh man, Upside Down is such a great song. It's a banger. I want to sing more in general. But Upside Down is such a great song from Curious George. Highly recommend it. I might even have played it if my internet was not terrible. My internet has been acting up, which is a bit bizarre. but it's fine. It's not impairing me too much. It's just making things a little bit more frustrating. Oh, and time to drink some water because I'm thirsty. Lovely, lovely. Oh, I don't think we ever got a verdict. Do we think the color green is tasty? I think yes. I say that while staring at my green backlight of my desk. I have a lot of green on my desk. Green has been slowly becoming one of my favorite colors. Before it was pretty clearly blue. With gray, purple is a close second, I think. Sorry, not a close second, a distant second. I think purple's risen, blue's fallen a little bit, and green's risen up crazy. The green stocks are insane. Where green might be my favorite color. I love green, I love purple, I love blue. Probably my three favorite colors. Oh my. Oh my, indeed. Oh, I think I'm forgetting to breathe. Is my nose congested? I think my nose might be congested. Let's go to 50 and we'll take a quick little break. That's moo. I see. That's understandable. That's hue because I can't not read. Ah, that's fine. That's goo. We are not on a good streak right now. So let's get back into it. Let's just do whatever comes to mind first. Whatever comes to mind second, I guess. There we go. We're making progress. My first thing comes to mind is Zay, so it's correct. Oh, that's Mo? Oh my, that was foolish. This is also Mo. This is New. This is Nya. Why am I messing up so badly? I don't know. I don't know, but, you know, I'm having my fun with it. That's... Okay, I'm not having that much fun with it. It's really throwing me off my game. I think I need to change my style. I think next year, or next stream even, which is next year technically, I think I might mix it up. I think I might start going for words rather than katakana and hiragana, because I can read this with relative accuracy. Maybe don't look it over here right now, but I can read it with decent accuracy. I understand what it's saying phonetically. Like, this is ze, this is sho. I understand that, but I think I need more experience using them in words so I can remember them based on the words they're in. I think that might be good. I have a good understanding of these characters. So I think I need to take the next step, and I think I will. I think I will. Probably practice some, like, Anki or whatever. I speak Duolingo. What am I on? I've been a little bit delinquent with it, but it hasn't broken my streak yet, so I'm still doing it. And I'm on a 902-day streak. Yeah. I think I've missed basically half the days of the month. Oh my. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days missed. Okay, over a third of the month I missed. That's rookie numbers. I need to get it up. I need to get more consistent with my dailies. Oh my. Oh, we're already at 59. When did that happen? Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Alright, we're at 60. I'm going to take a quick break just to decongest my nose, maybe get some more water, and I'll be back in a moment. Wrong screen. I will be back in a moment. Guess who's back? Me. Hi. Hi. We are back. Oh my. Oh my. I need to drink more water. I'm sorry. My nose is definitely decongested. Actually, you know what? Sound check. I just want to make sure the sound is... very mellow. The BGM is very mellow. I do have to say. I think let's go to 75. 75 and then we'll do some more puzzles. Why not? I'm sorry. I'm a puzzle addict. I am a puzzle addict. And we honestly got to 60 really quickly. I kind of just stopped paying attention and just started flowing. And I was incredibly surprised. It's effective. It really is effective. Oh my. But, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. A state of flow like this. That's boo. And one more for 70. Well, but we said 75, right? So, let's go to 75. Q, 2 more. Q, and G. Lovely. Yeah, that's a good... You know what? No. That's me just ping-ponging around too much. Let's go to 100. This is my homework, and I have to do it. That's how I have to phrase it. It's not just fun yapping time, which it is fun yapping time, but it's not just fun yapping time. It's learning, it's active effort, and I need to put my best foot forward so future self can be like, arigato gozaimasu, to pass me. I would say pass me in Japanese if I knew how to say pass me. Unfortunately, I don't know how to say pass me, so I have to say that in English. But pass me is current me now, which is weird and confusing. Time is very relative. Point is, Nihongo Bakarimasen? There we go. I do not speak it. I was going to say Janai desu, but then I realized Bakarimasen is already I don't speak, so Janai desu is redundant there. I don't speak not Japanese, something like that. Japanese, I don't speak not... yeah, it's very confusing. And by that I mean it's only confusing to me, who is a bumbling idiot. On occasion, I shouldn't be so harsh to myself. A bumbling mess. Strewn thoughts all across the room. But it's so fun though. It is so fun. I miss this joy. I missed it. I think I lost it some streams where I was just kind of doing it to get through it, which is... It's not bad, but it's not good. I want to enjoy this. I am enjoying it. I just want to remember that I enjoy it. Because I do. I really do enjoy this. It is lovely. It is absolutely lovely. I'm going to take some more water. It is lovely indeed. And this is Mata Da. Got it. This is Ge. Okay, perfect. We're flowing. We'll do two more. Another break? Should we go more? 125. I'm sorry, we're getting through this really quickly. I say as I mess it up. But we are getting through this pretty quickly. So, let's put our best foot forward and enjoy the ride. Which we are enjoying. I'm enjoying it at least. I hope you are. It's fun. Learning Japanese, learning anything is fun. I miss the joys of learning sometimes. I think I was able to do well in school sometimes because I just really liked the subject. So I would pay attention to class and actually learn it. But I'm going to be honest, I was not the best student in terms of being a student. I was great at sitting down and listening. I was terrible at self-study and taking notes. I'm going to be completely honest. I know every year I'd have to buy notebooks for school for every class, take them with me all the time, and I was supposed to take them out every class. Notebooks, like notebooks that you would write down notes in. It wasn't until 8th grade where I realized, and by realized, I mean my teacher said, hey, what are you doing? You have to do this. You have to physically write down notes to understand what's going on in the class. You have to write down notes. I didn't realize that we were supposed to write down notes. I just paid attention in class because I found the topics interesting. Or I paid attention to the topics I found interesting in class when I found them interesting. The other topics I just did not do as well in. but I just did not have that discipline to note take. It took me a while to learn to do that because I just never knew I had to. I never knew I had to take notes. I never knew I was supposed to take notes. It was very bizarre. Very bizarre indeed. Oh my. I mean, I was very fortunate that I didn't need to take notes to learn the material in early elementary school, but I really should have been taking notes. I really should have been. Because, I'm going to be completely honest, my handwriting is something that really, really was poor. Taking notes would have probably improved that. It did not. Well, not that it did not. I did not improve my handwriting, so by the time I go into high school, my handwriting looks like a kindergartner's. And it doesn't improve much. I did improve it in college. I completely changed the way I wrote. Instead of the stroke order for characters that I learned since kindergarten, I actually changed each and every one, at least for lowercase, in which I would essentially do every character in a single stroke, which I'm yapping about. I should show you. I have my notepad out, or I have Microsoft Paint out. Let me try that. Yeah, I'm opening Paint. Hopefully it actually opens. And if it does, I can show. But until then, oh my. But yeah, I completely changed the way I wrote. I changed every character from multiple strokes to one, for the most part. Obviously, you still have to dot your I's and cross your T's. All the jazz in that regards. But every lowercase letter, for the most part, is one single stroke. So most lowercase letters I can do in a single stroke. And Paint has came up, so maybe we can go back to here. Do we have draw? We do not. So we can go back to here. I believe Microsoft Paint, not lock. This? What the heck is going on? Control Z. That's so weird. I don't know what's going on. That does not look like Microsoft Paint to me. Alright, window. Okay. That's so... Why? Why is it like this? You know, let's just draw a smiley face. Which does not look like a smiley face. Can we refresh this or something? Save file new. Don't save. Alright, that's... Okay, that's weird. Okay, I guess I can't show it. But why? But why? That's so bizarre. Oh my, I'm sorry. I really want to show it. Because now that I talk this point, Let's turn this off for a second. Draw, maybe? Paint again? Oh wait, I have a browser. I could just do that. We'll try this one more time. No. Give me a minute. I'll open a drawing tab in a browser. That might be better. That might be better. Oh my. Also, I have to admit something. I did sort of cheat. I did enter View. I believe, or View? I forgot what I did. But I entered it correctly and moved on to the next one. But draw when I was opening the new tab. Because it was just there. I wanted to answer it. Blah, blah, blah. Sketch.io, auto draw. Why is everything machine learning help you draw? I don't want that. I want a literal just sketchpad. And thank you, sketch.io. I hope I'm going to say thank you. Please work. Digital makerspace. This is interesting. I'm not going to download anything. Okay, we can draw. Perfect. Let's hop on over. There we go. We drew a line. It's a weird background, but... Oh, wait. Haha. I clicked the wrong thing. Can we, restart? Undo. Okay, there we go. So, for instance, my A's, instead of, doing something like this, I do this. B's instead of this. And I always have to bring attention to this. I draw my A's the way they're on the keyboard, not how you're taught to draw them. But instead of drawing my B like this, I draw it like, down and up. C's are the same. D's also, instead of this, I actually do this, which is different than the B's. B's, I think I usually start from the stem up top, but for D's, I start in the middle. E's are the same. F's, I used to draw them like this, from up down, and then across. Now do I do down up? I forget if I do down up or up down. I think it depends. It's roughly the same. G's are the same. H's, yeah, the same. I don't do anything special for them. Well, actually, I had a little tail to the eyes now. I had a little tail to the eyes. J is the same. K you do have to do in 2 strokes. I do roughly that. Or say JK. L, just an L. M, I do this. I used to do line down and then 2 humps, but now I'm just more of a no line, just 2 humps kind of guy. And this is barely visible. Oh my. I'm sorry, I realized I cut this all off. I brought it over. I'm gonna have to fix that resize, but that's future me's problem. And again, instead of doing it with the line now, I simplified it just to be a little nub. O is the same. P, instead of this, 2 separate strokes. What do? Do I start from the bottom and go up? No, I don't. I usually start from here and go around. But I do it with no strokes. Q, instead of, I don't know, 2 strokes like that, I just go like that with 1 continuous stroke. R, again, same thing with the N's and M's. Instead of line down, up and over, I think I just start with the down and go over. S's are the same. T, instead of line, I actually do curved line. I don't know why I do the curves. It just feels natural. A little curve at the bottom, a little flange, a little spice. I like it. Makes me feel good. U, instead of, again, with a little nub at the end, I go without it. V is the same. T, U, V, W. W, instead of like a double V, I actually just do a W. It's more wavy, it's more smooth, it's less choppy. I like it more. And now it is literally a W instead of a double V. To W, X is the same. Y, instead of something like this, I do, again, more curvy. I like the curves, I don't know what I'm saying. I like the curves of the letter, man. They are just so beautiful. And then Z. Do I make Z more complicated? Do I draw the line between Z? I don't remember. I forget if I draw the line. No, that's an ugly line. I forget which one I do now. It's one of these two. I think it might be the line, which makes it more complicated, but I don't know why. I also did the same thing with my numbers. Like, let me draw my numbers. 1, I draw either like this, or with the full 9 yards. 2, I usually always draw with the loop. 3, 4, I go boxier. I don't like I'm not a fan of the little triangle, mainly because when I was in 7th grade, I got points off on a test because, again, my handwriting is 4, so this 4 really looked like a 9. Like, that's supposed to be a 4, but it looks like a 9. And I got points off on a test for that. So I abandoned this 4. I abandoned this 4 and stuck with this one up here. 5 is pretty simple. 6 has never changed. Not for me, I mean. 7, though. I always draw my line through the 7. Again, when I was younger, I drew something like this. And guess what? That sort of looks like a 1. Not gonna lie. So, I believe I got points off for that as well. So now 7 always has the line to differentiate it. 8 is pretty special. And by special, I mean normal. And 9... That's a terribly drawn line. There we go. But I normally draw it like this. These are my digits 1 through 9. There are many like them, but this is mine. Oh my. And anything else character-wise? I guess the only other character I can think of is the asset. Oh, an ampersand. I always love drawing my ampersands. Assets and ampersands. It's not a clean asset. I believe there's supposed to be a little gap. But it looks like an asset at the very least. It looks like a giant bee. But that's basically what an asset is supposed to look like. Ampersand. I love my ampersands. You know what? Let's draw an umlaut. Okay, that's really small, but... Can I make them bigger? There we go. Umlaut for the U. S and U. B and U. S and U. I love my ampersand. I do. But now, let's hop back. That was a good tab to have open. I might keep it open. This, on the other hand, needs to be centered better. There we go. Right. Let's make like a tree and... What would a tree do that is akin to starting? A sprout? But we already sprouted. We have to resume sprouting. Resume sprouting after a dry season? Do trees do that? I don't know. I don't know how trees work. Trees are just very cool. You want to know what amazes me about redwood trees? Like, what are they, sequoia trees? I forget what they're called, but redwood trees specifically. They get water up to those giant leaves up there. They're so incredibly tall, and they have to get water all the way up to the top for their leaves. And to do that, you need some insane ability to transport water. Because of the amount of water that they need, and they get their water from the ground for the most part, but the amount of water that they need is astronomical. It is astronomical. How much, I don't even want to look it up, but imagine carrying a bucket, like maybe, like, in your hands. Imagine carrying a bucket up, how tall are they, like 1,000 feet? So imagine carrying a giant bucket full of water 1,000 feet. That's a lot of work. 1,000 feet up, like let's say on a stairs, not even a ladder, on stairs. You have a bucket in one hand, a big bucket full of water, and you have to go up like 1,000 feet. That's a lot of effort. And trees have to do that at such an incredible pace. The force required to take that much water up there is insane. What is it? The phylum, the xylem, whatever it's called. Whatever grants the ability to water to go that high, it's just a natural miracle. I do have to say. It's just absolutely insane to me. Trees are just ridiculous, specifically the big ones. Though I love my trees. Trees are also really good at not dying. What I mean is that they're old. A lot of them are really old. Like, what is the oldest tree? 1,000 years old? Something ridiculous like that? And it's alive still. That is weird. That is weird. To think life can be like as eternal as that. As eternal as a tree. That is just bizarre to me. That is just bizarre to me. A tree that can live 1,000 years. What life lives that long? I don't know. It's just so strange to imagine life living that long. Because no, most other things don't live that long. Like everything else you see on a day-to-day basis does not exist for that long period of time. Like every animal does not. Most plants don't. Most plants have cycles. But trees, they don't. It's bizarre. It is bizarre. I just have to say, it is bizarre. Trees are insane. I love my trees. I do love my trees. Oh my. They're so useful. I remember The Giving Tree. I heard that's controversial as a book. I don't know why. I think people are taking it like, I'm always reminded of the story of Grendel. If you don't know, Grendel is the antagonist in Beowulf, the Old English epic poem, Beowulf, where Beowulf, this essentially god amongst men, this super cool, super suave, super perfect hero of Old English culture, goes on a quest to slay the monster Grendel, who's been terrorizing the town. However, in an effort to, I guess, change the tone, humanize Grendel, an author wrote a story from Grendel's point of view. I don't remember their name. I didn't even read the Grendel book. But an author wrote the name of their point of view, and it's started this trope of, like, humanizing villains, which has been very common in modern media. So it's almost subversive when a trope doesn't do that. Like, Jack, I forget his name, from Puss in Boots 2. Jack, instead of being like a sympathetic villain, he's just pure evil. Straight up. Pure evil. And I love that. I love that for him. It's just... It shouldn't be novel, but it is. It really is. And I always blame the Grendel book for that. The subversion of the trope of villain. Let villains be evil. Some villains can be... You can explain villains. But you should just make villains evil sometimes. You don't need to make them sympathetic. Because then they just seem crazy. And crazy is good sometimes for a villain, but we want some diversity. We want some pure evil people. In terms of writing characters, I should clarify. Not saying that Grendel was a bad book. I think it's definitely novel in its introduction, and it changed literature as a whole. It has an incredible influence of creating the trope of sympathetic villains. And that is astounding to do, to change literature, change the way things are written. Because your trope is just so popularized now, because you wrote it so well. It was such a good trope that you created to humanize a villain or an antagonist. What was I saying? Shoot, I lost my train of thoughts. Thinking of Beowulf, Grendel, Hero. Shoot, why did I lose my train of thoughts? Oh no. That's a shame. Oh, that's Pyo also. Oh, it'll come back to me. It will come back to me. Or actually, I can travel back in time with the use of voice check. Voice check. I'm listening to myself. I went from trees to Grendel. Give me one more moment. We're close. I don't know how I got to this. The Giving Tree. It was the Giving Tree. That's what it was. But I remember, I believe I read that someone, what the heck am I doing? No, playback. Correctly. But yes, the Giving Tree. That's the point I was making. That's the point. Apparently, it was controversial because, people were saying that they took too much from the Giving Tree. Oh my. That's the point I was going to make. Oh, I'm so happy. Also, my mic is peaking a lot. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm close to it. Let me lower that down a little bit more. Thank you. There we go. Don. But yes, the Giving Tree. I'm surprised it's controversial. I loved the Giving Tree as a child, reading it. It was a fun little book. But there are people who said the Giving Tree gave too much and was like taken advantage of. I am not sure if it's been a while since I read it. I do have to be honest. I'm not sure if I agree with that standpoint. Because, how do I say this? Self-sacrifice for the people you care about is good? I don't think that's what I'm trying to convey, but those are the words that come to mind to defend the Giving Tree. The Giving Tree was always wanting to help a hand. I always viewed the Giving Tree as a sort of parental figure. And in my view, at least, I think parents should be always in the spirit of the Giving Tree. Granted, I'm no child psychologist. I'm no psychologist in general. I think there are people who've written books on parenthood who'd be able to explain this better to me. This is just my opinion that is very fickle, just based on thoughts, and could be very easily changed by any sort of meaningful research. But I think parents should be like the Giving Tree and give everything they can for their children. Within reason, of course. Obviously, you have to care for yourself as well. You can't care for your child if you can't care for yourself. And then I think there were also people saying that the boy was ungrateful for the Giving Tree. Which maybe he was. But I think there's also a lesson in that. Maybe, again, it should be more to teach kids to be grateful. Because the Giving Tree really gave everything it could. And received nothing in return. But the boy's happiness. Received nothing but the boy's happiness. Oh. But is that enough? I think so. I think so. The boy, the man, was happy. And I believe that was enough. Well, I don't know why I started ranting about the Giving Tree, especially considering I haven't read that really in a long while. In a very long while. I think I watched a video on it, and that's the most recent thing I had in the past 15 years. Most recent interaction I had with the Giving Tree. But I enjoyed the Giving Tree. I thought it was a good book. I thought the Giving Tree was a good book. Let's get to 125 and then we'll wind down with some puzzles. That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan. Alright, let's go. We got a few more to do, so let's make them count. Pull, bowl, new, shoe, and lastly, just O. There we go. How incredibly wonderful. Alright, I think we're going to do some chess puzzles and then maybe let's start with Wordle. Oh, give me a moment. Just need a sip of water. Now let's load the Wordle. Wordle is loading. Very slowly, but it's loading. And let's hope that I didn't do this one already. I don't think I did. But yeah, let's begin. We loaded it. We can play it now. Lovely. Alright, and as always, our favorite starting word is jazzy. Nothing. That's fine. Plots. Why not? We have an O. Maybe, morbed? We don't have morbed. Orb? Orbor? Orbit. Orbit. Oh, unfortunately, we already used the T. You know, let's just do it anyway. It's just too cool not to use. Nope, nothing. Roman? Again, we already used the A, but I don't really care enough. Oh my, we're running out of letters. We are in danger. So, it's something something, maybe R-O something? Or it's something something, R something O, some combination of that. First letters, we don't know. Not ghoul. Can we use maybe a... I was going to try maybe a Q-U-O, but we can't have O in the third slot. And we can't do like S-Q-U-O. No. I think it's something E-R-O something. Maybe heron? Let's try heron. I know it can't be an N, but heron seems to fit this mostly. Okay, we have something E something O-R. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What could this be? Oh my. Fever? Fever? That's not a word, really. I guess fever is just a pronunciation of fever. Fedor? Fedor? Furor? No. I'm missing something. D4. Fedor. I'm confused. I'm perplexed. I don't know. I want to guess, but maybe D-D-O-R? Decor. Decor. There we go. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Decor. A few. We barely got it out there, but lovely. Let's try the connections. Really wish I could do the mini, but they subscriber walled that, and that's really frustrating because I love the mini. It was my favorite miniature crossword. It's my favorite, and they took it from me, and I'm sad. And I don't even know if it's a free thing from subscription, but I'm just not subscribing. I refuse to subscribe. Oh my. Something went wrong. Please try again later. What the heck? We're gonna go off that just in case. Oh, you cheeky brat. You're sending me to your thing? You're robbing me of connections as well? How dare you? How dare you, you foul website? Now is later. Let's see if we work now. By we, I mean you. Little bar up top. Faded. We can play the connections? Can we play the connections? We can play the connections. Okay, that was weird. That was very weird. But we are back. Now let's begin. Alright. Taxi. You can hail a taxi. You can call a taxi. A bell. You can ring a bell. Compass. It has a point. Cardinal direction. Oh, directions. Taxi has directions. A compass has directions. I don't think that's it, but maybe. Maybe a mathematical compass. I see ruler down there, but besides the point. Goal. Maybe a literal goal like one in soccer, or a figurative goal like one in life. But speaking of sports, scoring, touchdown, and point. A reflector, takeoff, a basket. These are all scoring in different games. Touchdown is American football. Basket is in basketball. A goal is in soccer. A point is in ping pong? Nothing. Okay, that was a red herring. I don't like that because it's its own category, but I guess it's a red herring. Clock. Clock, it means to hit something, like to punch in, or clock as in something that tells time. Basket. A box that holds things, or a point in basketball. Or, field goal in basketball. Point. To point at something or score. Climb, to rise up. Object, to objecting like a trial setting. And deny this, or object like a rock. Oh wait, that's... I did not think of the complications in regards to human rock form. I do not consider myself an object. So maybe an object like a remote, not a rock. Okay. Scale, maybe to size something up, like scaling up a photograph, or scale is relative size, or scale of like a snake. Rack, like maybe a towel rack, a coat rack. Aim and point go together. Aim, it's like to take aim at something. Ruler, I'm thinking mathematical, like compass. Or ruler, like a king. Reflector, something that reflects, I don't know. Takeoff, like a airplane. Take off on the runway. Ruler, compass. Anything mathematical related. Aim, reflector, takeoff, rack, scale. Scale is used in math, I guess. And a clock can also be used. I remember learning analog clocks in school. It's probably not this, but, let's send it. Oh, it is. Measuring devices. Oh! A clock measuring time. Compass measures angles. Something the mathematical compass, not like a compass that points north and south, but a mathematical compass that lets you measure angles. Okay. Ruler measures inches or centimeters. A scale measures weight. Okay, that's lovely. Touchdown and takeoff. Climb. These are all airplane jargon. You can touch down. You can take off from a runway. You can climb a runway. Maybe reflector? I don't know. That's a lot. To aim. To point. No, it's not that. I do think touchdown, takeoff, climb, and... You know what? Let's try it. Why not? One away, of course we are. Reflector. Bell hop. Point hop. Basket hop. Basketball. Rack ball. Aim ball. Goal ball. No. Climb ball. No. It's not something that ends with ball. Reflector. Takeoff. Takeoff and touchdown really do scream airplane jargon, especially with climb and reflector. Climb and maybe descent, maybe a taxi for vacation. Bell, rack, point, basket, taxi. Let's try taxi. Why not? Parts of a flight. Taxi, climb, takeoff, and touchdown. Okay. Now we two more to get yellow, the easiest, and purple, the hardest. Man, I miss those words. I used to say them a ton in my Daily Dolls series. Oh my. I miss those words. You ring a bell. Or a bell hop, maybe? Goal, basket, point, and touchdown really were a great red herring. But now we know they're split, and they're not even 3 of a kind. So, basket. Oh, hold stuff. To aim, your goal, your point, your object. These are things you want to achieve. Intention, yes. Rack, reflector, bell, and basket. I don't know. Bike accessories. Oh. Oh, man, it's been such a long time since I rode a bike that I forgot. You can have a basket of bike. Yeah, I remember that. Bike bells. Oh, I love those. I love ringing them. Bike rack. Huh, yeah, that's more outside of the bike, but yeah, that counts. And bike reflectors. Oh, yeah. So that when you're riding at night and you're riding in a street, people who have cars who have headlights will see you because it'll reflect off that. Oh, man, that's nostalgic. Oh, that's nice. Alright, I think we can end off with some chess puzzles now. Why not? Let's hop on over. And this is Hey Bruh. I think I need to move. Yeah, that should be fine. Little off-centered, but we like it off-centered. Alright, black to move. Hey bruh. I feel like I've seen this one before. I haven't, but I feel like I have. Oh, this is pretty simple, isn't it? 8's check, you have to take, and then I just threw a checkmate, right? Yeah. Okay. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Let's do our puzzle rush. Ooh, my neck has a kink in it. Alright, well that loads. Let's hop on over. Let's take some sip of water. Hydration is important, by the way. I should say that more often. I should follow that more often. I don't. I'm a hypocrite. Sue me. Don't actually sue me. That would be not the best. Alright, there's like 50-50 that we're back. Yeah, let's hit play, and then we can run on over. Yep, let's hop back over. Lovely, lovely. Why is it like that? This just looks like back rank mate, but... Yep, back rank checkmate. Back rank checkmate. I should explain back rank, actually. The king cannot go on this row at all. It is stuck on the this file, the 8th row. So... that means it cannot move, so when I give it a check like this, which takes all the escape squares away, it has to block, in which I take again. But then that would be checkmate. So I just take away all the king's escape squares. Back rank checkmate with the rook. Again, it's boxed in. Whenever you see the king boxed in like that. This is smothered mate. This is checkmate. Pawn takes away these squares. This pawn will take this square. This king defends these pawns and takes away this square. Rook takes away these squares and your pawn is there. So it's checkmate. Back rank mate. Bishop takes away these squares. So same thing as puzzle 1. This is just mate 1 defended by the pawn. We don't need to discuss that much more. And this is a free piece because this bishop is a sniper. However, bad call. Because this is just checkmate and run. Because it's back rank checkmate. Alright, this is just mate 1, defended by the knight. Queen takes away all these squares and your own queen's here. So, it's checkmate 1. Again, checkmate 1, literally the same exact thing. Alright, checks captures the attacks. That's what I'm looking for. And I see this immediately, which is terrible. Or is it? No, it's pretty bad. So other checks, captures, and attacks. I see this check forces you up here because bishop takes away this square. Your own pieces are there. And knight takes away this square. From there, I can check here. You have to take with the queen. Or you probably have to take with the queen. You could run, but then I'd take your queen for free. So take and take. So 2 pieces for the queen. I'm left for a knight and rook against a bishop, a rook, and a bishop. Oh my, that's might be it, but Just because the puzzles and how they work, it might not be it. I might need more. I might need checkmates. So, let's try this instead. Bishop takes away these squares. Oh yeah, that's just checkmate in 1. Why would I win a queen when I can just play checkmate in 1? That was foolish of me. This pins the queen to the king. So it's basically winning a queen, because you'll have to take and I'll take back. Simple enough. There we go. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. This is checkmate. Queen takes away all these squares. Nothing can take it. It's defended by the knight. And the rook takes away this last one. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks with black to move. This check forced in the corner. And oh my, would you look at that? Back rank checkmate is available. Almost played it willy-nilly, but I take that piece and then I go back rank. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. This is what we call a battery. The bishop defends the queen, so when I slide it here to deliver checkmate, it's checkmate because the king can't take. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. This check is partially devastating because it forces you over here, in which case I could bring you back. By playing this, and if you were to come back to the G2 square, I would play checkmate in 1 with the rook. Rook takes away all these squares. Your own pawns are here, and my knight takes away this. So you would actually have to take with the queen whenever I play that knight move. So, here, here, and take. Oh, and of course, take this rook. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. That's what we're looking for. That's what it's all about. Do we see anything? Well, checks, we see this, it loses. Because you just take back. We see this. Again, we lose, you just take back. We do nothing. Any captures? Nope. Any attacks? I see one. Queen to C1. Why is this devastating? Because if I had 2 moves in a row, that would be checkmate. Either there, or even just here. Either of these squares are checkmates. So, can you stop that at all? And the answer is no. No, you cannot. Can you check me here? I'd run up. And you can't check me along this diagonal. You'd have to sack your rook, which I'd take. Then you'd have to sack your queen, essentially, which I'd move up and away from. So it's just unstoppable. Lovely. Oh. Lovely. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. Check. This is a fork. However, the king also can't move, so you have to take with the pawn. In which case, this check would be checkmate, because again, the bishop takes away that square. Your own piece is here. You would have to block with your queen, which I could just take for free. So, it's the knight move. Knight to g3, queen to h6, queen to h5. White to move, checks, captures, and attacks. This check seems partially devastating. I believe, yeah, if you go over here, I deliver checkmate. So you block with the rook, I take, and then I deliver checkmate. Okay, lovely. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. This is partially devastating. Forces you over. And then what? That's a good question. And then what? Weird. Huh. Strange. Well, it just seems like the right move, so let's just play it first. Let's see. Now, any checks, captures, or attacks. I see this check, where you just take back. And that doesn't really give me anything. Checks, captures, and attacks. Oh, wait, it does. When I go here, it's a check, so you have to either take the piece or move away. But it unlocks an attack on the queen. And you can't block or take with the queen, so I would have queen. There we go, I missed that. Alright. Let's see. Alright, I think I see it. Checks, captures, attacks. This check. The king has to go, let's say, here or something. And then either I would take the rook or I would go here. Continue checking. I don't know what's more devastating. Oh, you just take my piece for free. Okay, there we go. And now I check here to win the rook back. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. Ooh, I see something partially devastating. This check, if you take, I play bishop to b5, and it forks your queen, and bishop you take, and I take back. I take back. And let's say you ran here. Same thing. Same thing if you ran here. You can't go here. You can't go there, there, or there. You'd have to go up to one of these two squares. Which... we'll figure it out when we figure it out. Oh, you made it easy on us. There we go. This check is devastating, forces you in the corner. This is checkmate. Lovely, mate in 2. Amazing. Checks, captures, and attacks. This check loses to that take. So it's probably not that. So what about this? This check forces you over. Then I can check here. And then when you block, I can take with either the rook or the queen. There we go. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. Well, this one's pretty easy. Mate in 1. Rook would cover all these squares. It would be defended by the pawn, which is defended by the knight over here. Your own piece covers that. This square is covered by this pawn. And the king, of course, covers that square. So mate in 1. Forgot to say that the rook covers the knight as well. That's something I forgot to say. Alright, white to move. Interesting. This is pretty weak. Because we have 1 and 2 pointed right at it. My guess... Well, here's the thing. If I were to go here, and you go here, what do I have next? I could win your knight, but I can't go here. I can't give you a check there, because the bishop would take. So instead, let's try queen takes, force you to the corner, and then I can check here. You can block with that, but then I'd take with the rook. Because the rook covers that square. Oh my, yeah, it's juicy. Queen takes. Check here. Check there. Take with the rook with check. And then take the free queen. White to move. Checks, captures, and attacks. This is not mate in 1. Because you would block. But then I'd take... force you out, and then I deliver mate in 1 there, because queen would take away all these squares, and your own pawns take your escape. Lovely. All forced. Mate. Perfect. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. Let's go. Okay, so what do we see here? Immediate thought is, this knight is super weak. And vulnerable. Right. We could take with the bishop or the knight. But do we want to? I don't know. Thinking is difficult. Let's say we take this, you take like that. We have this fork. Oh yeah, we do. I take with the bishop, you take, and then I fork you. And you don't have any checks because the pawns cover this square. It's genius. Lovely. Pawn push. Lovely. Huh. Okay. Let's try something like an attraction sacrifice. First thought, again, checks, captures, attacks, is this. This check, you take, you kind of have to, because queen covers every other square of its escape. So once you go here, I deliver check here. And is that checkmate? Pawns cover these squares, rook covers these squares, and queen covers these squares. Yeah, it is. Lovely. Black to move. Oh, that's just devastating. Mate in 1. Pawn. Your own pieces. Queen. Mate in 1. White to move. If we go here, we force you over, and then we can take. And you're not in a mating yet, so... It wasn't that, huh? I guess I misread the play. Could I try that? Oh, I see. I check here, force you over, and now here's the thing. Knight takes away these squares, your own piece is here, so when I check you here, force you to take, I delivered checkmate in 1. Or technically 2, because you blocked with the bishop, which I would then take with my spare knight. Whatever, we get the point. The point is, your goose is cooked, and I'm the air fryer. That's not as a bar as I thought it would have been. That is a nice check. You come back to block. Where does bishop go? Let's see, I take, force you out. Then I do a double check here. Force you over, and then I Morphes mate you. Oh my goodness gracious, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Alright. If you don't know how to catch that, because I barely caught that, let me explain. Queen comes back here, right? The only forcing move is rook to d1 to block it. Otherwise, it would have been checkmate. Queen takes. The brilliant queen takes. Only move is king takes back. Otherwise, it would be checkmate. Then I have bishop to g4. And the reason that's devastating is because the bishop snipes the king, but also the rook snipes the king. Which means it's a double check. You can't just block. You can't just take the rook. You have to do something. And you have 2 moves. Either back to d1 or back to, or over to e1. And regardless, rook to d1 is checkmate. Why is it checkmate? Because it's defended by the bishop. And the bishop would cut off these squares, rook cuts off these squares, and your own pieces cut off these squares. Other way around, it's just back rank checkmate. That is devastating. That is beautiful. Oh my. I wish you would have let me Morphes mate you, though. I do have to say. I wish you went the other way, to e1 instead of d1. But that's besides the point. The point is, we had a beautiful, beautiful game. Alright, I'm looking at checks, captures, and attacks. I see this. That could force you there. I don't like that. Let's try this first. Or are we looking at this wrong? If we go here, then you can take, which I don't like. If we go here, we're targeting this, so you have to move either here or here. Move here, we could wall up, but I'm not too big a fan of that. What about the queen? The queen is kind of in its own la-la land, isn't it? So if we were to play something like, I don't know, rook to e1, Cuts off all these squares. Knight takes away these two. And this. But everything else is up for grabs, and I don't like that. Interesting. This is winning. I just don't see what move to make. You know what? Let's just go with the gut move and move on. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. Oh, it does. I see. We take here. We take here. Lovely. That's just reflex. Oh my. Checks, captures, and attacks. Again, reflex is just take. Take back. Oh, why not go here? Here, because the rook is pinned to the king, so it can't move. You could try blocking, but guess what? That's check. And it's a bigger piece. No, I could, like, move back here or something, but no. Danger your levels. I take, you take, I take, you take. Danger levels. What? Alright, I like this. It's probably the wrong move. In fact, it definitely is. What about this? Check here, forces you over here. Then I could check you here, force you up there. And then check you here, and that's checkmate. Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Alright, checks, captures, and attacks. Easiest thing would be like sack here, and if you take with your king, I go here and check you and something. I don't know. Oh. Oh, no. I just take here with the queen. It's a free piece. Because the bishop pins this to the king, so you can't take back. That's genius. I have to take. Then you kind of have to take back. Then I rush in to wall you off. You can go up or something. I go over. You go over. I go here. You go here. I take. I'm threatening to take here, so you go here or something. I take. You go here. I go here. You take. I push. You push. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I queen right before you. And I would go back here. Force you essentially down or over something. This is winning. Can't take, so... What? Oh, was it supposed to force you into, like, Zugzwang or something? But everything I said works out, right? Yeah, I queened first, and... Is that not winning? Let's check it. Give me a minute for it to load. I guess I had to force you into Zugzwang. Force you to make a move that basically means I guaranteed a free pawn. We don't have a pawn race at the end. I mean... There we go. Pass rate only 14%. It's rather tricky. What I thought, and I guess this is wrong. What is correct is to go down here, and then I'd take, then wall off, Oh my. Yeah, I guess that is just completely winning, huh? Oh well. All's well that ends well. Right. I think that is going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching. It always means a lot to me. I had a lot of fun doing kana. And the puzzles, which took off probably half of the stream. Puzzles did take up a lot of the stream, but they were fun. I love my puzzles. I love my kana. I love igniting the spark. And it is almost the new year. This is the last stream of the year. I will see you next week, though, with... Oh, man. My next stream is my anniversary. I need to get planning on that. Oh, my. Is it just going to be Stardew? Is it going to be something else? I don't know. That's going to be my next stream. Maybe I'll post a short or something. But, oh, my. The new year is upon us already. Wow. Well, not already. A few days. 2 days. 1 day. 1 day and 15 minutes for me. And roughly around that, depending on your time zone. But oh my, how fun. I'm jazzed. You know, Year of the Snake. I love the Year of the Snake. The Year of the Snake is a good year. But now it's the Year of the Horse. Uma Sweep. I'm a big fan of Uma Musume. Love Cinderella Grey. Can't wait for Season 2. Love Core 2, though. Which, I don't get the difference between... oh, I hit my microphone. That was probably bad. I don't get the difference between cores and seasons at this point. Well, I guess it's more of a arc sort of thing. Like, seasons usually contain arcs. Cores do not. Cores contain like half of arcs. So I guess it makes sense. But it is confusing. A little bit sometimes. Because it's essentially a new season, but it's considered a core, but whatever. Let the TV people have their way with words. Let the TV people have their way with words. Oh my. Nope. Sorry, I just realized something. Okay, back in like September, right? I wanted to go to the theaters. I wanted to see this movie. Not Orb. It was made by the creator of Orb, which is my favorite show of the year. But this movie is 100 meters. It's an anime movie about track and fields. And I want to see it. I've heard good things about it. The animation looks amazing. I wanted to see it in theaters. Issue. The only theater within 30 miles of me showing it was showing it at 4 o'clock on a work day. And I could not take off. I got home late that day, actually. Like 7. I think it was October, actually, not September. But I got home late that day, specifically at 7. So I had absolutely no chance of seeing the movie in theaters. And I was bummed. Because that was the only showing of any theater within a 30-mile radius. Was at 4 p.m. on a work day. On a Friday, specifically, but a work day. And I was bummed. Give me one moment. Wow, there's water still stuck in my throat. But it has been released to streaming. And oh my, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be great. But that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you all for watching. And, as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya.